What's going on, Creekmore crew? Today, I'm going to be doing a full review of the EcoZoom rocket stove. Yeah, this little guy. But first, if you're new to my channel, then be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to be notified each time that I upload a brand new video. Also, check out my blog at mdcreekmore.com. I publish new content there every day, 7 days a week at 12 o'clock Eastern Time. Check it out. Now let's get this review of the EcoZoom rocket stove started. Okay guys, the first thing that we're going to do today is I'm going to actually weigh this EcoZoom rocket stove on this digital scale. I could be like most reviewers and just read the specs off the manufacturer's website, but what fun would that be? I like to actually show you all the actual weights and the measurements and things on reviews instead of just reading off the manufacturer's website like most channels do. That's easier to do it that way, but I like to be a little bit different. But anyway, after I actually weigh this EcoZoom rocket stove on this scale, then I'm going to take the tape measure and I'm going to measure the height and the width and show you all that too. The trick is going to be how I'm going to hold this camera and measure with the tape measure at the same time. Okay, we're going to take the weight first and then we'll take the measurements. As you can see, this is a digital scale and it's pretty accurate. .6 pounds. 20.6 pounds. Okay, let's take the stove off and we'll measure it. We'll weigh it one more time to make certain that the weight was accurate. 20.6 pounds. So at over 20 pounds, this definitely isn't something that you all would want to try to put in a backpack or a bug-out bag and carry to your bug-out location. This is a stove that you would want to have at your retreat, at your home, or already stored in a secure location at your bug-out location. But you don't want to be trying to carry this thing in a bug-out bag. Now you could, if you plan on getting to your bug-out location in a vehicle using say a side-by-side, ATV, UTV, or something like that, a 4x4, then you could have this at your home. You can just pack this thing up but right before you bug out, and that problem, then the weight problem wouldn't be an issue. But this definitely isn't something you want to put in a bug out bag, because at 20 pounds it would wear you down really quick to try to carry this. But anyway, let's take some measurements here and see how well I do. Across the top it is 10.5 inches across the top, 10.5 inches wide, not counting the handle length. If you count the handles, it'd be, not counting the handles, if you count the handles, it would be approximately 18 inches. But the handles folds in, so that really isn't an issue. Okay, let's measure the height. You can see the height is 12 inches. So we have the top measurement is 10.5 inches at a height of 12 inches and a weight just over 20 pounds. Okay, this is something that a lot of people probably don't know. If you're going to use this stove, if you're going to use this EcoZoom rocket stove with wood, then you leave both doors open, like this right here, with both doors open, and you use the little grate to lay the wood on to help feed it in, and then you can feed the wood in as it burns. You have longer pieces, okay, and you're burning, you're cooking, and you need to add more wood, you just push it on in a little farther using the wood. If you're going to use charcoal, then you actually leave this door shut and leave this bottom door open. You don't need this grate or whatever it's called, little stand. You don't need this. But you leave this door open, leave this door closed if you're using charcoal. If you're using wood, you leave both doors open. There's a little grate here, and then you take your wood, and then as the wood burns and on the ends, you just simply push it on in a little farther to keep adding wood to it. But anyway, I'm gonna build a fire in this thing and show you how it works, and show you the amount of smoke that comes from this, which is practically nothing. As you can probably see, the amount of smoke produced by the EcoZoom rocket stove is very minimal. I'll zoom this camera in so you can get a closer view. You can see very little smoke. To be honest about it, I can't really see any smoke with my naked eye right now. You might be able to see more with the camera, I don't know. But with my naked eye, I can't see any smoke. I just fire very little. Maybe I think it's more heat than anything I'm seeing instead of smoke. But once this thing gets started, when you first start a fire in it, you'll have a little bit of smoke because it's just getting started, but when it gets started, then very little smoke. So it's very good for security. Excuse the side-by-side passing down by the road, and they're about 150 yards away from the house. It gets annoying sometimes passing through here, because past my house there's just national forest, and people actually ride it through there. But anyway, it's a different story. But you can tell this is very minimal, and this offers the lack of smoke actually makes this EcoZoom rocket stove very security friendly. I mean, your neighbors can't see you. Your neighbors or whoever, someone wandering around, isn't going to be able to see the smoke from this from any distance at all. They'll come more smelling what you're cooking or smelling the wood burning than they would seeing smoke. That's one of the great things about the EcoZoom rocket stove is you can use renewable energy sources such as wood, charcoal, and just about anything will burn in this EcoZoom rocket stove. But the most common things are wood and charcoal, and that's what's recommended is wood and charcoal. But you can see very little smoke and secure, and the ability to use fuel sources that you can find on your own property that can be replenished pretty much indefinitely, depending on your location. That's a big plus. It's unlike a propane stove or something like that you have to have stored fuel for, and that fuel will actually run out in time. EcoZoom rocket stove uses wood such as twigs, like you see over the other side on the right side over there, and charcoal. This thing is actually good for camping. It's good for, like I said, bugging out if you already have it at your bug out location, or if you plan to carry this thing on, say, a side-by-side, a horse. You can put it on the trailer behind the horse. You can actually carry it on the horse for that matter too. If you have a packed mule, you can carry this on. A 4x4 to get to your bug out location, or already have it at your bug out location. But just over 20 pounds, you don't want to carry this thing in your backpack or attempt to. You want it to be at your bug out location, or you want to use a different means to get it there. When I build a fire in this EcoZoom rocket stove, usually I will add smaller pieces down through the chamber like this, like these little small twigs. I'll use smaller pieces. Don't fall over here, get off balance. But if I use smaller pieces down into the chamber and fill this up with small dry pieces, you want to be able to hear the crackle, know it's dry. But add these down in here through that way and get the fire started, and then add the bigger pieces in. Okay, we'll let this flame burn down just a little, and then I'll put the skillet on here and we'll see how long it takes to fry an egg. You can see very little smoke, if any. As you can see, it gets very hot very quickly. In my opinion, the EcoZoom rocket stove is the perfect cooking solution for a long-term grid down situation. And I think every prepper should have one. You can, like I said in another video, you can make your own out of cans, you can make your own out of block, you can make your own several different ways. But I think you're better off to go ahead and invest the $100 to $120. I think it's $120 on Amazon right now. You're better off to go ahead and invest that and get the EcoZoom rocket stove instead of trying to make your own. This thing is a lot better. It works better. It holds the heat better. I mean, it's better all the way around than what you can make at home, I think, anyways. I mean, you might be able to take, and you got a lot of welding experience and machining experience, and build your own, but it's gonna take a lot of work. If you take all the money into it and the time, you just will have to go ahead and buy one that's already made. I'll also post a link to Amazon in the description below where you can go click on that link and go to Amazon and check out the current price for this stove and read the reviews there. Don't just go by my reviews. You can also read the reviews that's already posted by other people that's purchased this stove on Amazon. And like I said at the start of the video, if you're new to my channel, then subscribe and turn on notifications to be notified each time that I upload a new video. What's that? Yeah!